Good morning, friends. It is almost more wintry out this morning than it was all winter. It's heckin' beautiful, though. I don't know why, but that spring snow hits different in my soul. Part of it is that it's really heavy and it's really wet, and there's not usually W. So it just sits on the trees and is beautiful. So that's part of it. Maybe it's just the lack of W that really I like the most. That's no surprise. Although part of me feels oddly soothed by it. Like when I go places where there isn't any W, and then like for a road trip, I drove to South Carolina once, and on the way back, when I drove into Wyoming, where it gets very windy, it was like the wind welcomed me home, and I all of a sudden felt more peaceful. So I bitch about it, but part of my soul apparently needs that level of movement. What you got for us this morning? Is your soul feeling the need for movement? Are you feeling like you need change? Is that internal? Is it like higher purpose, higher calling? Or is it that things feel calm and peaceful and that is uncomfortable? There's a lot of different reasons where we want change that cause us to do that. I just want it all to be different, and throw it all was too many. Bring it back out. So when you feel like you want change, when you feel like you need a big transition, don't cut bangs into your hair. Don't go blonde. Don't quit your job. Don't break up with your person just because you want to feel different. Those little changes in your routine that I was talking about can sometimes satisfy those big needs for change. I tend to be a human who goes through cycles where all of a sudden I want things to be really different. And for the last many years, that has meant moving and switching locations. And when I feel the urge to change, what I always want to do is change locations. I don't want to be where I am anymore. I want a new view, a new location. And while that is consistent enough at this point that I believe it to be true and real, when I have those urgy moments, it's really important that I don't let myself get carried away with those urges, because I'm a fucking grown-up and I have to be a grown-up. 333 when I said that. So if there is a change that you want in your life, remember that big changes happen in small moments. So make little changes. Call in the life that you want. Call in the life that you deserve. Speak it. Write it down. Say to the universe, this is what I want. This is what I want my life to look like. Because when we speak it, we welcome it in. We got the Hierophant in reverse. You are making choices from a very different place than you have in past versions of yourself. You used to move in that panic, on a whim, make crazy choices kind of way. And you are doing things more intentionally now. Doing things intentionally is really important. Too many, bring them back. And when we are younger, it's hard to do because we are paying more attention to what we feel like we should be doing, and we are reacting. And as we get older and as we have experiences, then we gain the ability to respond. We gain the ability to change our perspective and give things a little more time. We also don't always feel the need to be right, like when we were younger. And when we were less healed. Because when we didn't believe in ourselves, we felt the need to overprove who we were. It feels like maybe there's still a little bit of that happening for you. If that's the case, be gentle with yourself, but be solid enough in yourself to make the changes and the choices that you need. 555, which is change, baby. You're doing the thing. You're making really different choices. You're moving really differently. And you're going to get really different results. If we continue to behave and move in the world the same way that we always have, and we don't expect to continue to get the same things, we're going to be really sad, because it's the definition of insanity. We've got the 5 of Cups. Don't get lost in what you haven't gotten and what hasn't worked out. That can spiral into a hole where we have a hard time being grateful. So don't let yourself focus on the lack and the loss and the shoulda, woulda, couldas. They're not going to take you anywhere. The 3 of Wands in the reverse, however, will take you somewhere. Wands are so action-y. Like change is happening, movement is coming. Like you're stepping into this next adventure in your life. Ready. Looking out over the horizon. Not allowing yourself to get stuck in the past and in the lack and in the loss. Knowing that the next steps and the next choices are just going to happen. It's like they're not even going to be choices. Like it's not even going to be something you have to think about. Bottom of the deck is Strength. You have done so much work to build strength in yourself and belief in yourself, and to be secure enough in yourself to trust that you are making the right choices, that the correct changes are happening, that the correct forward movement is coming. And yes, we can look back at things and know that they are what brought us to this point, but we need to not get stuck in those moments. We need to look forward and be ready for the adventure. Be kind to my friend.